Beginning with Chris Boyle's dream of starting a kayak rental, it brought 4 unique staple businesses to the Port Austin area.
I own our flagship business is our Port Austin Kayak. We started that in 2006. We're coming up on our 20-year anniversary next year, and it all started with renting some kayaks out of a little gas station in downtown Port Austin. We expanded that around 2014. We bought an old marina building and we put in some retail clothing, outdoor retail clothing, and then that expanded into a restaurant, Pack's Backyard and Beer Garden. And then we purchased an old manufacturing building that's across the street. It was a blight on the town. All the windows were broken. The roof was collapsing. And we turned that into we call Pack's Garage. And Pack's Garage is a vendor's market. So we have vendors that come in. We manage it. We have our retail people that sell all their stuff. We also opened a full-service bike shop in the manufacturing warehouse. So we got a bike repair person, we do some bike sales, and we, of course, do rentals, and we just recently got into all the electric bikes. So we also have Pack's Coffee Shop, which is we do Great Lakes coffee. We do high-end, really good coffee all summer long out of the restaurant here. And then about 3 or 4 years ago, I bought an old rundown restaurant outside of town, about 4 or 5 miles, and we redid it. We call it Dark Sky Lodge and Tavern. It's connected to Port Crescent State Park, which is absolutely gorgeous. Spent summers up here up through 8th grade and just loved Port Austin, loved the beach, ran around in the woods, and so really developed a connection to nature through that. And I love having customers come up and really having a great outdoor experience. So that's one of my favorite things. The other part of my favorite part of my job is, I'm working with kids. So lots of high school, lots of college kids, some of my kids' best friends and things like that. So we've employed a ton of kids. They make me feel young. They really hustle and work and learn a lot, and I enjoy having them around. So, but the tourists, we get people coming back from the kayak and they paddle 7 miles round trip out to Turnip Rock, and they come in and they have a look on their face and their arms are falling off, and some of them, and they're just like, that was the hardest thing I've ever done, and they're like, the best thing I ever did. And so we get a little bit of both of that. So most people are the 7 miles they can do fine. Some people it's a lot of work for, but it's a huge reward getting out there and getting back. It's an accomplishment. www.portaustinkayak.com is kind of the landing space. We keep that all up to date. That's also a great place to go check the weather if you have your own kayak. So one of our services is we want everybody to be safe on the water. We have a weather page that explains how to read the weather up here so you don't get in trouble out there. And we ask everybody, just give us a call. You don't have to rent kayaks from us. We'll tell you what the weather's like and whether it's safe and what we're thinking that day. So, but that's where you can start. And from that web page, you can pretty much get to all the other businesses. But each business also has its own web page, packsbackyard.com, packgarage.com, and then of course Dark Sky Lodge and Tavern.com. So that'll take you to there and give you all the information, updates on menus, times, hours, and those kind of things. So,
no matter the season, there is something for you to enjoy in Port Austin. For Them Coast TV, I'm Melissa Painter.